Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today I'm back with another Enlisted video. Previously, I was a little bit sick, so I had to borrow James, the British AI, for a little bit, so that was an issue we have to talk about. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the latest weapon, and that is the Chi-Nu number 2 for the Japanese via the Enlisted Dev server. So without further ado, let's just get started. Starting with the history. Thanks to Japan's poor tank performance in the Second World War, the IJA, the Imperial Japanese Army, pursued to improve medium tanks. The widely used Type 97 Chi-Ha and the Type 4 Chi-To, the Type 5 Chi-Ri, were quickly upgraded with the Type 5 75mm gun, and of course were later delayed due to technical issues. To field the gun more quickly, engineers returned to the Type 3 Chi-Nu, one of Japan's most capable tanks since 1943. In March of 1945, the Chi-To prototype, with a turret mounted on Chi-Nu, created the experimental Chi-Nu Kai. Testing at the Aragao firing grounds proved successful, and the final design became the Chi-Nu 2, intended to strengthen Japan's forces against Allied tanks. Despite these developments, the Chi-Nu Kai and the Chi-Nu 2 never saw combat. Reserved for the homeland defense, only few were complete before Japan's surrender in September of 1945. Most were later scrapped during the country's post-war demilitarization. Without further ado, let's just move on to the stats. The Chi-Nu 2 has a crew of 5. It has a 75mm Type 2 cannon, it has two 7.7 Type 97 machine guns, one of which you have to use via the commander once you pop out of the turret, and the other one is in the hull, which means essentially your gunner cannot use the machine gun, so that is an unfortunate issue. The maximum speed is 39 km per hour, but that is a little bit problematic, in which I will get to in the verdict. The hull has 50 on the front, 25 on the side, 20 on the back, 8 on the bottom, with the turret armor being pretty much exactly the same, with the back of 25 and the top of 12. The engine power is 204 horsepower at 2000 RPM, and the weight is 20 tons. And without further ado, let's just move on to the verdict. For starters, the armor is very paper thin. As a matter of fact, almost every tank that the allies have at tier 3 can kill you, which is pretty sad. The gun is also pretty good, despite the APHE, and the HE is really good against tanks and infantry respectively, and the issue as of right now is that both the HE and the APHE is acting pretty weird. Some of the hit markers don't make sense, and other times the hit markers make sense. I'm guessing this is an enlisted issue because I have games in which I shot a person 5 meters away and it didn't explode, or it doesn't feel like it exploded. On the other hand, the shot landed 1 meter away and the guy, well, didn't blow up. So it's like a little bit problematic. And of course, we have issues with the shells itself. I feel like some of the shells literally do 0 damage and some of them do a lot of damage, so it feels like what the heck is going on. I do think it's more of an enlisted issue than the tank itself issue, and I do think enlisted needs to fix that. Speed is decent, like I said, and that is regarding only going forwards, which is the problem. You see, the tank cannot turn. It cannot go left and right, especially when turning. What you have to do to essentially turn is to, well, stop the tank and then turn, which isn't really effective, because this thing, well, let's just say it doesn't have the armor, and it definitely doesn't have that good of a gun as of right now, because, well, let's be honest, the 150mm gun on the Chi-Ha is pretty good if you ask me. This only has a 75mm, granted this 75mm is good against both tanks and, well, people, so that's great. And of course, the final issue is the fact that this is at tier 4. Most tanks are gonna kill you. Like, I'm gonna be honest out there. And by the time you get to tier 4, you might as well just go back to tier 3 and grind out tier 5. And in which you get to tier 5, there are so many other tanks that are waiting for you. For example, the Chi-Ri is really good, even though that has 0 armor. That thing is very, very quick at firing. And of course, the Ho-Ri is infinitely better than this tank in so many other regards. Most notably the armor and the speed, and of course, my personal favorite, the gun. So that's great. It's a cool tank, just don't get it. Just throw this thing out once you get it. And of course, literally, just get any other tank besides this tank. Well, to be exact, just get any other tank besides most Japanese tanks. So without further ado, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.